this is a three-sided arrangement. And what I'd like you to do is sort of establish your, if you've got some with stronger stems, this is probably my weakest stem. So it's thicker. Use your thicker stems up top. Be mindful of the way that they sort of
hang.
Yeah, hang.
I want to say
curve.
droop, but they're not really drooping.
Curve. These all seem to have a curve, so that is going to make a difference when you sort of fashion your line. Where leaves have come off the stem, you may need to clean it up a little bit because you need to have a clean stem to go in. If anything, it needs to slant a little bit to the back. I kind of, you just don't want it to do this because then everything in your arrangement is pitching forward. But you also don't want to be exaggerated. I kind of put it in and it just sort of fell back that way.
Will that straighten up at all?
This?
At home? Like,
Maybe, maybe not. It'd be nice if it didn't because I like the curve. Don't strip all the foliage off because then it kind of looks bald. Okay, I'm about ½ an inch from the back. Now I'm just in front of the tape. I've got the tape going sideways just because it gives me more of a block to work with. And then I'm going to step, no, actually, I'm down even lower, this way. So I'm boom, 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 and you can see how I've stepped it through the middle of the foam.
Okay. It's
I'm pretty much centered.
Yeah.
almost triangular.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of, yeah, almost. But the thing is you want to walk them forward, but they're not leaning out of the arrangement because the line arrangement has a very flat profile when you look at it this way. It doesn't, these could be, visually in the right place, but they could be, like coming out of the arrangement. So everything kind of has a feel that it's slanting into the middle, that vanishing point that's in the center again. The bane of your lives. Okay. This one's a little bald, so I'm going to use him lower. This has still got nice foliage on it. I kind of want this one to be in between the two heights. So I'm going to take it off here and see. That should be about right. Now I need to get rid of this. If you go into your foam with these big knuckles, they make a hole that causes your flower to wobble. Okay, so I left enough space that I can kind of walk these in between.
So is that on the other side of the tape?
Oh, I
Yeah.
see, yeah.
So it's closer to the one
Yeah,
in the back.
don't worry about really where the tape is. It's just that I'm walking it
Okay.
visually, forward. Then I want this guy to kind of be,
That's a little one.
yeah, here. So, okay, and then this is really a little one. Got a nice slender stem.
All different lengths.
Yeah, but again, it's kind of a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay?
Good.
So that's all I'm going to put in now because I can poke these in kind of wherever I feel like I want them, and these also. So now I want to kind of get a foundation of the fern. And the reason that I don't put fern in first, for the most part, with it, there's always exceptions, but for the most part with the three-sided arrangements is that if you put your fern in, it's liable to be sort of fan-shaped and ruin your line. This is a little sleeker definition. I'm only using partial pieces. There's, hello. Try not to hurt yourself with the fern. Seriously, take that.
Using
Okay.
big pieces.
Yeah, those are good sized pieces.
Using big pieces.
Well, fairly big, but not as big as the,
Last week.
I took that much off that one. What I'm doing is I'm sort of establishing the bottom of the triangle, if you can visualize the triangle. Then these double pieces then can actually kind of go in like so, just to build up the filler part.
Okay.
Okay? Again, don't keep taking off little pieces, it takes you forever to use them. And it's not the fun part. Okay, now I am gonna come smaller on the front and maybe use those pieces. I'll keep this as a double because it can kind of snug in there. Okay, it's not, the interior filler part doesn't show as much. Take these and strip them so you have nice stems so that they stay in there. And come on across the front, okay? So that just sort of fills it in. You're building, you know, around. Don't worry too much about the back at this point. And I'm just gonna lay in a few more pieces to kind of camouflage the foam. I'll turn it here in a second. Okay. See, that just sort of camouflages the foam. Now, I still have these, you know, to fill the back. Now, these cat palms are way bigger than we need. And sometimes I trim them, but I thought we'd go ahead and use them as, you know, big guys tonight. Pull a little bit off so that you have enough to go in and sort of go on top of your foam. This is gonna give you a lacy bottom. Ignore this for a little bit. We'll use some of it, but again, I never can tell how big these are gonna be, and of course, these are huge tonight. If I was doing altar pieces and I needed them big like that, you know, they'd come in, you know. It's Murphy's Law of floristry. Okay, again, strip a little bit so that you have a nice point to put in, and again, that becomes the other side. Now, you can see I've tipped it forward a little bit, because if you put it in flat, visually you don't see it as much. But it's not turned right to the side like a paddle fan, you know. Okay, there's a happy medium. She's somewhere in the Midwest telling fortunes, as my father used to say. Okay, this one, give yourself a little more height, and then we're gonna go, yeah, right into the back, but kind of to the side, one side, and I can flip this a little bit to the front. It shouldn't cover stuff up much, okay? Then, we can take some of the other pieces like so. There's no, I cut it right against the, so there's no little nubby there. If you take these pieces and just kind of gather them in like this, okay? And then when you put them in, you put it right down into the foam, and they kind of stay as little groupings.
So you kind of wrap them around a little bit? Is
Yeah,
that
you
what you
just,
did?
this is, I'm gonna give myself a little more down here. Just kind of fold it and fold it and fold it.
Almost
it.
braiding it,
Yeah, kind of. They're just, it's not really crisscross, but I'm just holding it front and back, because now it doesn't have a blunt top to it. And by the time I push, see, these are the two that are held in front. By the time I push that into the foam, it's pretty much gonna stay put. If I just put a piece like this, you know, it
It's all
wouldn't
over
be
the
as,
place.
it wouldn't be as effective, yeah. So, that's one reason why I didn't, finish the back off yet, because I can see better where I'm putting it if I've got clear foam here in the back. Like so. Okay. So that's probably enough. I'd kind of like to have some in the front, which is going to be a little harder to pull off because these are fairly big. But the two that I did on the sides, it ended up with some shorter stuff. So let me see if they may just be a little overwhelming to come straight out of the arrangement, but we'll see. No, that's actually okay. Yeah, it, and then two, this is hard foliage, so I actually can kind of, yeah, I can go in if you just trim like so. Don't blunt cut it, but just kind of make it, but that, yeah, that controls it a little bit better. But I kind of like some of that in the front, so let's go for another one. Just sort of get the shortest of the, which for this particular crop of cat palms, they're not very short. So I just do one that way and I'll go in and do one the other way. And then again, I can just cut it at an angle like so. So that kind of works. And this is like probably too much. I don't want to keep, you know, going to the back, so I'll just save that. Righty, then, let's go ahead and see about getting our boulder foliage in. And I think I would kind of like the drama of having one of those up top. And you want it profiled so that, because this isn't gonna do much for it. You kind of need to see through the hole, okay? And then, again, I'm gonna step it down, 1, 2, 3.
So they're all different lengths.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so to the side, they look like
Yeah.
little hair rollers.
And then, then this one, you know, you take it right off. If it's a little too wide there, you can trim it just a little bit so that your stem goes in, but it's a pretty smooth stem. Okay, and everything's planned in 3s
Yeah.
in case you're, you know, no, you hadn't zeroed in on that. Okay, now we have this purple, because I figured we were gonna need a little more purple. And so I want to,
Are those gonna be 3 different lengths too?
kinda, but what it's gonna do is it's gonna finish off the bottom. So it's not so much the length as the, you know, the,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And I'm thinking that this is a good place for the other one, because I still have more purple, and I just eliminated that wacky curve that I had. But I'm gonna put 2 over this way. Okay? And then we have the deeper purple that's gonna pull everything together. These have all got really nice breaks to them. If there's too much webbing on the bottom, you can just usually pull that off, but I don't think it's gonna fight you getting into the, hello, into the foam very much. I'm gonna put some to sort of finish off. If you're ever in doubt as to where to go at this point, you can always work on your cuff. You know, always get your lower
Battery's low.
things in. Okay, and the pieces, there's definitely backwards and forwards. So nice pieces like that will make a statement. Whoop. Uh-oh. But I can go in, you know,